Hello everybody, and welcome to the last 3 weeks. We are getting down the wire, and I just want to remind you these next 3 weeks are for finishing up anything you haven't finished yet, and doing some review work. So in your plastic bags that you picked up from the school, you will have either a Ziploc bag like this, or you'll have a file folder that says math, and this is mine because I wanted to make sure I knew it was the one I needed to take home. And this is going to have the things that for you to work on in your reviews. So the first thing we're going to work on is reviewing shapes. And you're going to want to take out the packet that looks like this. It has 2D shapes, has the dates that we're doing the videos for. Okay. So in this one, you're going to put your name, Mrs. Petrov, and you're going to fill this out. Okay, so it tells you what shape you're working with. You're going to tell how many sides it has, how many vertices it has, and what it looks like. Let's talk about what those mean. Sides are the flat sides. So first I'm going to start with what it looks like so that you can see it. So it looks like this. Now it's not perfect. I don't expect yours to be, but you can tell you know what circles look like. So a side is when it has a very flat part. Circles have no flat sides, so I write 0. Vertices are the pointy parts where the sides come together. There are no points on this, so vertices are 0. Okay. You're going to do an oval. My first one looked more ovally than, so there's a more ovally looking one. Triangle. Okay. Vertices are these right here, the points where they come together. That's a vertice. So this one would have 1, 2, 3 vertices, and then 3 flat straight edges as well. Okay. And then a square. We're going to pretend that this is perfectly perfect and that all my sides are the exact same size. Rectangles are similar. They just have one pair of sides that are longer. A rhombus, a lot of people call it a diamond. And that's what that looks like. Now we're getting into some words that maybe you aren't sure what they are. A parallelogram is one that has parallel sides. So when I think of parallel, I think of railroad tracks. When you have 2 railroad tracks running along, or, ooh, it looks like rungs on a ladder too. So when you have those, they are not getting any closer together. They're not getting any farther apart, and they will never touch. That's what parallel means. So a parallelogram has sides that will never get closer together. So a parallelogram could be a square, could be a rectangle, could be a rhombus, or it could even be a trapezoid. So I'm going to let you choose what one you want to use. So this one, see how these sides, if I continued them, it would make a triangle and they would run into each other. They'd come together to a point. Parallel sides are here. These two, if I extended these lines out farther and farther, they would never touch. That's what makes this one a parallelogram. So you can make whatever shape you want there. Kite is very similar to a rhombus. Let me slide it up so it's easier to see. Only a kite has a smaller triangle on the top than the bottom. So if I were to cut this in half, see how this triangle is bigger than this one? That's what makes it a kite rather than a rhombus. Alright, pentagon. Pent means 5. We have a pentagon in Washington. Let's see. I'm going to scratch that. I'm going to start again. You guys will recognize this pentagon. It looks like a house. So there's a pentagon. Hexagon means 6. Those ones. You remember pattern blocks? These are the big black ones. Hexagons, they have 6 sides. And octagons have 8. These are the stop signs. And the way I make this is I make 2 sets of parallel lines with these gaps. And then I go back and fill it in. And there we go. And there's my octagon. Those ones are kind of hard to draw. It's okay if they're not perfect. Okay, and of course you'll be telling me how many sides each one has and how many vertices each one has, so that I know that you know what they have. Okay. And at the end, I will go and show you this all filled out. But this is just so you know what to do. So you can pause it, fill it all out, and then do the back of it. I'm going to go ahead and move on. On the back, it's talking about another new word called quadrilaterals. The word quad means 4. Okay, so if you think about like a four-wheeler, some people sometimes call them a quad because they have 4 tires. So quad means 4. So right here, you're going to define each term below, so each one of these, and draw an example. The D isn't supposed to be there. I don't know why it got on there. Okay, so a square would be 4 equal sides. Remember, on a square, every single side is the same. So 4 equal sides and 4 vertices. And I would draw an example. Remember, we want to make them as close as we can to exactly the same size. So there we go. Mine has an extra little bloop on it. Okay, a rectangle, remember, has 4 sides, but 2 are short and 2 are long. Move my hand so you can see that a little easier. Okay. And it has 4 vertices. So notice here, 4, 4. That's because these are all quadrilaterals. Okay. So we want to have, the rectangle has longer sides, a skinny one. And then we have our trapezoid, which we talked about. So how can we define this so that it's different? So 4 sides. I'm going to draw it so I can see it. We have a long one and a short one. Oh, and then we have these like diagonal ones. 4 sides, 2 are diagonal. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, then we have a parallelogram. Remember, this is a shape that has at least one set of sides that are parallel, or they run in a line. And look, if you look right here in this word, how fun is this? The L's look parallel. So there's a cool little reminder when you see this word. Oh, those 2 L's remind me that they don't ever touch. Okay, so I'm going to draw a cool form compare. There we go. So I'm going to do 4 sides. Even. 4 sides that are parallel. I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to use that word because it's for parallel. Alright, our kite. So I'm going to move this up so you can see that one. Our kite, remember, has the smaller triangle on the top and the big triangle on the bottom. Of course, you can always draw that upside down or sideways, just as long as it has the top and the bottom. So to say that this is different from a rhombus, we could say 4 sides. And these ones are shorter, aren't they? So 2 short and 2 long, like our rectangle. 2 long. And then our rhombus, they are all the same, but the angles are different than a square. That's what makes it different, is this part right here, this curvy part, it's called the angle, and that is different than on our square. A square has a right angle. And you'll learn about those later on, so don't stress over it. We're just learning the names right now. So, 4 sides, all even. Kind of like a square. Okay, so those are the first 2 pages. And then on the next couple, you're just going to be coloring in the different ones. So the first one says color in rectangles. So you're going to find all the ones that are rectangles. Nice and simple. We're looking for trapezoids, parallelograms, and then On this one, it wants all, sorry, can't see it. All the quadrilaterals. So rectangles and squares and rhombuses, okay? All of them that have them, and look on this house right here. Maybe the whole house isn't a quadrilateral. There are parts of it that are certainly quadrilaterals. Look at that calculator. Lots of things to color on there, okay? So my friends, have fun coloring, enjoy reviewing shapes, and we will do the next couple pages in the next video. Before I end the video though, I said that I would show you the filled out page of the first page. So here we go. If you notice, there's a pattern here. Whatever the number of sides is, that's how many vertices our shape has as well. So take a look at those, cruise through and make sure that you got all the same answers that I did. All these quadrilaterals right here that have 4 sides and 4 vertices. And then of course our hexagon with 6 sides and vertices, and our octagon with 8 sides and vertices. Okay, so there you go. That's the finished one all filled out. Good luck.